But when it comes to office etiquette, there is no one who gets it more wrong than this guy.
Oh yeah, we gotta trim some of the fat around here.
Trim the... What do you mean by trim the fat?
I want you to fire the fat people.
What?
They're lazy and they're slow and they make me sad to look at. You can start with large Marge. Marge, can you come in here, please?
No, Margie's not fat. She's pregnant. I'm not gonna fire her.
Well, fine.
Dear me. Now,
I've
clearly,
not seen that film.
Yeah. It's a good film. Most bosses aren't that bad, but it is becoming increasingly hard to navigate your way round the rules of what is and isn't acceptable behaviour in the workplace, isn't it, David?
No, that's right. So here to give some tips is etiquette expert Nathy Gaffney. So, Nathy, you're starting a new job. What are some of the ways you can make a really bad impression?
Well, backtrack even before the first day of the new job. What about at the interview? You might not even get the job if you create a bad first impression.
Let's assume we got the job.
So, Forbes Business Magazine says that the top 5 ways to make a bad first impression are bad handshake.
Sure.
Swearing.
Right.
I don't know how I got this
telling
job.
an offensive joke or story.
I always start with
How
those.
the hell did we get employed?
I don't know.
Getting someone's name wrong. Note to the floor crew. None of them could pronounce my name. And what was the 5th one? Threw myself.
Remembering the 5th one.
Remembering the 5th one.
Right.
No, I can't remember the 5th one. Can't be that important.
Let's just talk about the handshake, because you say that's really important, isn't it, the handshake? So
it's the spearhead of the first time someone meets you, and it creates that impression.
And it's weird for women because, like, you know, for guys, you do it all the time, but for us, we kind of don't. So how did we do it right?
Well, there's bad handshakes. There's a whole list of how to do a bad handshake.
Is number
one,
high five wrong?
Well, perhaps for the first,
like,
you know,
good meeting everybody, boom.
When you're first meeting the CEO of your new company, perhaps a high five, you might want to leave that till the first Christmas party.
Right.
The knuckle crusher is the top bad one for blokes. Or the dominant.
I don't
when
like
someone
dominant.
takes your hand, dominant. For women, and men can do it, and it's even worse if a man does it, the limp fish.
Oh,
you know, the really wet one. Or, you know, one I really hate is just the fingers.
Oh,
you know, just that one.
Oh, but that's awkward when you miss too. When you miss and it's just the fingers, you go, but I didn't mean that, child.
Yes, or too far away, or too close, no eye contact.
Handshake, kiss on the mouth, is that wrong?
Okay. Pardon?
Handshake, kiss on the mouth, if you go,
Oh, now that's tricky. And a lot of women and men ask me about that. It's like, when do I kiss?
You all laughed, you mugs. How do you think I got this job?
And women say,
if
a man I know likes to dive in for the kiss, but I'm not comfortable, how do I keep myself safe from that?
So what do you do? Can you demonstrate? Stand up and demonstrate what you're supposed to do.
Try to go in. Are you going to try and go in for the kiss?
Yeah, I'll come in. Ready?
Okay.
Hi, I'm David. Great to meet you. No?
Right.
No.
The ideal way is most bosses won't behave like that, Sonia. No. Most bosses won't behave like that. But you put your hand out, you extend your hand so that it's obvious. If you feel them coming in, you just say, "It's so lovely to meet you." Yeah. And that's another bad one.
No, you can't do
Another bad one is you must disengage before you start speaking, otherwise it looks
I want
like...
your attention still. Like, no, but I really need this job. Like, I really need this job. Like, I've been unemployed for a long time, so that happens.
Okay, that's landing in desperate area.
Yeah,
so you went for the high five, though, and that's how I got the job.
I did.
What about when you're introducing people? Because I do this a lot. You know, if you've forgotten someone's name, how do you go, "Oh, David, you know," how do you get out of that awkward situation?
Well, yes, as awkward as you feel, it's always worse to not introduce someone than to admit that you've forgotten someone's name. So there's a couple of little tricks that you can employ. You can say, "Sorry, now what was your name again?" And you would say...
Right, Sonia.
And I would say, no, your last name.
Oh, Kruger.
Oh, yes. Now you've got the first one. Now you've got the first name and the last name.
I like it. I do this one sometimes. I go, "You guys know each other, don't you?"
Yeah.
Then I just sort of
a 5-second roll.
And you can do that. If you know one party's name, you can say, "Oh, and have you met David Campbell?"
Right.
And you'll turn, shake hands. Hopefully he won't try and slip the tongue in or high-five you.
Just a kiss. There was no tongue. It was just a kiss to reassure you that I'm a nice guy.
And then you will probably offer him your name.
Right.
Is it wrong to hit on somebody at the interview?
It's wrong to even ask that question in a segment.
Anyway, I'm off to chat to human resources. But for more information on Nathy's modern manners training, log on to her website, pitchperfecttraining.com. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Come in again, do more of that. That's fun.
Anytime.
Got it. Okay, come out. Would you like Heidi or
Heidi?
Heidi Klum? Killer body? Well, her secret is the New York diet. And we've got all the details. And also ahead, this is one of my favourite things on the web.